With the coronavirus here in the United States, clearly spreading, who knows how long it's actually been here, there will be an impact on the sports world sooner or later, and probably much, much sooner. But they're going to continue to look at it throughout the offseason. Here's the thing. The draft is 51 days away. I don't know what's going to happen with this. Nobody knows what's going to happen with this. And I have not even the shred of qualification to wonder what may happen.
Signing off from Indianapolis, what a week we just saw here.
The depth in this draft. I mean, I thought it was a deep draft. I thought it was a good draft. I'm leaving Indianapolis saying it's even deeper than I thought.
Post-combine, after we have all the data and the information, on the players we're going to get more familiar with over the course of the next week. Our research and strategy group, our analysts, they're always combing for information, and they really come into play with the analysis aspect as we continue to build our board. Brown's Web is kind of our proprietary internal database. There's no one that knows Brown's Web as intimately as Brad. Brad was one of the original architects behind constructing Brown's Web, and promoting him to leading the department was really, quite honestly, an easy decision, because we really do need someone who's really strong in that area, so that we can execute on a day-to-day basis.
So this is our combine workout entry page. So when the scouts are at the combine, they'll be entering data as it becomes available to them. So once they hit save, then it'll auto-populate onto our workout results viewer, and then that'll automatically populate for our execs up in the suite. So now that we're back from the combine and we've gotten the final official combine numbers from the scouting service that provides it, we are going to be importing that into Brown's Web, so that way it is accessible by our scouts, personnel coaches, so they can go to Brown's Web and see the official numbers.
Really everybody in different ways is using not only that information, but all the other information that we get at the combine, right? And all those groups are working diligently sort of in their areas to make sure that they can give sort of the best information possible.
What are some things that you've learned that you've kind of changed along the way that's helped how you evaluate different statistics?
I can't share that with you.
Yeah.
No.
What are some things you've learned? Let's put it that way.
Sure. We're far from perfect, but we've got a much better handle on it now. We sort of got our arms around all the uncertainty that we deal with. But I think that's a big thing, is how do we actually weigh all these different pieces of information? Because there's just so much. And really being able to sift through what's important and what isn't. I think we've made great strides there.
Some updates on the developments as the coronavirus continues to force the sports world to make adjustments. Teams are one by one in the process of calling their scouts back in and their assistant coaches from the road.
Right about now, for many, it means working from home.
Are you taking Moose out?
Yeah.
Moose!
It was actually 2 or 3 weeks ago when we started talking about, could we do this? If we got to this point, could people work from home? So we started doing the testing then and making sure that we had everything ready to where if we got to this point, we were ready for it.
We've taken measures as an organization, and then more particularly as a football staff, to protect our staff and protect the organization as a whole. So what we're doing is we're moving everything remote. We're going to have our coaches work remotely for the time being. The duration of that, we're unsure right now. It's a collaboration of all of us, video, IT, all of us coming together, merging together to make sure that our coaches have everything that they need. So again, it's like we're still here.
We're preparing laptops for coaches to be able to work from home. So they give us a list of cut-ups, players, different film they want to be able to watch so they can evaluate from home. Just make sure we check it and they get what they need.
I've been in IT for 10 years, and we've run drills in the past, but nothing as far as how fast this is sweeping through our organization, and we're just making sure that everybody has the ability to work from home and just working with them through any struggles that they may have.
There's a lot of things coming up still. We were getting everything ready for players to start working out, getting ready for OTAs, get prepared for the draft. I'm sure a lot of that's going to be curtailed.
sometimes it's hard to say. I've heard people use the term business as usual because it's not, right? This is not definitely business as usual.
We were on calls late last night at 10 o'clock trying to analyze every area of the business, what their technology needs are, things that will be new to people. We want to make sure are working, so we'll do a lot of monitoring. And I would say us as a staff or a leadership group is really focused on how do we make sure we continue to operate at the level we need to operate at without being in the same location.
I really don't feel like we've missed a beat so far.
We'll give video messages to our players about once a week. There's a lot to be done, it's just a different way of doing it.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yep. Hi, Coach. How are you?
What's going on?
You want to jump right in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is this visual, everything good here?
Yeah, I think it's fine. Talk to me about when you first found out basically that you and your staff were going to have to work from home, and kind of what were your first initial thoughts?
Yeah, I think we all kind of, as a society, saw it moving that way, and some of the orders from the state governments made it clear that we were not going to be in the building together. Right away, we started having those conversations of, if everybody's doing this from their kitchen table like I am, what do they need in front of them to accomplish that? And that's where I think our IT department, our video department was on point immediately. And I really don't feel like we've missed a beat so far. It's important for us to be a resilient bunch because that happens in games. The adversity element is something that's been a part of sports forever, while on a completely different scale than what the people are dealing with now with this virus. From our perspective as coaches, we're not going to use it as an excuse. This is just the setup that that's been put in front of us, and then it's our job to get it done.
What's happening, Joe? How we doing? Man, I'm good. Great? Yeah. Breeze, what's up, baby?
Good morning, Joseph. How are you?
Man, I'm good, man.
Are you in Denver?
Lone Tree?
Yeah, that's where I used to live.
We have these meetings, and because we're not together, it almost forces you to be more efficient. The first part was like, how do you sign up on this thing? Mm-hmm. How do you turn the camera on? Reminding everybody that they're muted, which everybody's dealing with. It's I think we're getting better at it. We've done a nice job of being able to adapt in this environment.
All right, this won't be very long, everybody. I talked yesterday, and I just...
So my new daily work routine is, I get up probably not as early as I normally get up because I don't have to drive in, and I live up here in Westlake, get to commute down to Berea, and it's a beautiful drive going through the Rocky River area and Rocky River area. So it's a real pretty drive. I'll get up and have a cup of coffee, and my wife will be kind enough to make me a couple eggs for breakfast and maybe a piece of fruit, and then I go to work. And then, since I'm now finished with all the draft preparation, all our rankings, like ranked all the returners that all the scouts and the general manager had me look at. My assistant Doug Coleman at home, he's been doing all the core special teams players and ranking them, and we're doing the kickers and punters and snappers and everybody we'd normally look at. I've moved on to getting these phase one meetings together for our players, where we put our PowerPoint slides from our playbook that Coach Coleman knocked out for us a couple weeks ago, and then we'll take all those playbook slides, we'll combine them with the video, mainly from game tape from last year, and then we'll have our players learn as much as we can during this time of year. The list of players, so we can make it easy to invite them. And you and I got to split them up to offense and defensive core guys.
What I really appreciate about the coaches is we're no different than everybody else. We're getting into a groove on this thing and jumping on there every day and making sure that we're kind of getting a bunch of work done so that when we do know what this offseason ultimately looks like, and when we do get some more clarity on what's going on, we're ready because we've put the work in.
Working on the drill work, watching the drill work that we did last spring during phases 2 and 3, because I'm going to start putting together meeting tapes for our players, some of the drill work that they can work on their own while they're quarantined. If they go out to the field or their backyard or whatever, they can work on some of the footwork, work on some of the drill work, work on some of the things that we're trying to focus on that we would be normally focused on this time of year. All right, Gunnar. Here we go. All right, good boy. Let's go. I like to go on walks, stay in shape. I like to eat, unfortunately, which is why I'm going on long walks. I've been going on 4.5-mile walks with my wife and my eldest daughter. I think they're trying to kill me. Their pace is a little bit faster than my pace. Obviously, it's a challenging time of year for everybody, so we're trying to make the best of it. We're just hoping all our players and all their families and our coaches and families and everybody in our organization and their families are staying happy and healthy, and hopefully this will pass sooner than later.
Free agency, certainly at the top of the market, for us is about proven talent and proven character.
I'm really excited about the uniform launch coming up this week. I hope you guys like them. I think you will.
I wish I had a nice home office or something like everybody else does.
You look like you got a little bit of a haircut, man. You were worried about.
I did. I needed it anyway. So I was like, all right, I'm doing well. Hanging in there. I'm excited to see the family this weekend, to be honest. My wife, Brittany, and I, we had decided, when I took the job, that we would focus on our relocation after the draft. I've largely been in Cleveland for the spring. From an operational standpoint of signing players and negotiating deals, a lot of that's done through the phones anyway. A lot of the scouting work, discussion work, that's done on during the several weeks on the front end. And our pro scouting department, they're the ones doing the first look, initial dive on every player who's going to be an upcoming unrestricted free agent, restricted free agent, or exclusive rights player. So that legwork is super important because that's what builds a very strong foundation for us to build upon as we get into January, February, and our free agency plan comes to life.
The Browns have agreed in principle for impending free agent, two-time Pro Bowl tight end Austin Hooper.
They must find a way to invest in the offensive line.
Let's start out with the Cleveland Browns locking up a big part of their future. Wow. Jack Conklin.
Case Keenum headed to the Browns with Kevin Stefanski, a guy with whom he was acquainted in Minnesota.
They did well. They got some pieces here.
Yeah, I think the common theme in all of these signings is they're trying to help Baker Mayfield be successful.
So as a pro department, we split the league up between the four of us. So we all have each about 7 or 8 teams, and Atlanta was one of my teams. With Austin being one of the top players at his position this year at free agency, it was big for us to be able to land him.
Trying to get there, Matt throws, caught, touchdown, Austin Hooper.
We really feel like he's going to be a really good addition to our team and make our room better, and he's a really good fit in our offense.
We were really excited to sign Case. We kind of view him as the ideal backup quarterback for the Browns. I'd say he and Baker have very similar skill sets. Everything we've done background-wise, everybody in the league speaks so highly of Case. Anybody that's ever been around him, he played for Kevin and had a lot of success under Kevin.
Baker reached out as soon as the news broke, which really meant a lot to me. I've got a lot of respect for him and what he's done on the field, but I'm going to be ready to play. I know my role coming in. Baker's shoelace gets broken at some point in the year. You better be ready. I'm coming in. I'm going to be slinging it.
Here's Wilson, going to hand to Carson, and no go. That was Adrian Claiborne.
With Adrian, he's another guy who played for the Falcons, so I had a chance to watch his tape. He's the veteran guy, big, physical, edge setter, hard charger. It's really tough to slow down in both phases of the game. I think he's going to help us out and add some quality depth that's needed in that position room.
So Jack Conklin, really, we view Jack as exactly what you're looking for in a right tackle. He's a big, tough, physical player who's a very good run blocker, and he's also very balanced for a right tackle in the fact that we view him as a really good pass blocker. Again, it's the perfect fit for what we're looking for at right tackle going forward.
Free agency, certainly at the top of the market, for us is about proven talent and proven character, and we felt like with the players that we did significant deals with, they really fit the molds. The credit there goes to the pro personnel staff, our research and strategy group, our contract management team, to make sure that we're not only finding players that fit us on the field, but also have the right risk profile and at the right dollar amounts to add to our roster.
Andrew, JW. I'm doing great. How are you? Hey, listen, congratulations on all the signings. I know You had a great target. We were able to get a lot of our guys, so great job. Excited about getting these guys in the new uniforms, and I know our fans will be pumped about it, and everybody else for that matter. So, yes, sir. All right, well, listen, great job. We'll talk to you soon, and all the best. Take care. I'm really excited about the uniform launch coming up this week. It started about 2 years ago to timeline out what we want the uniforms to look like, color, feel, etc. Work directly with Nike and the NFL on the timeline and the process.
Come on in. Take a look.
Yes, sir. I like that.
I love it.
We created a great brand brief to give them all the things that we liked and all the things that we didn't like about uniforms to the past to the present. We went back through a timeline of all the different uniforms that the Browns have had, and we feel that these uniforms will be a part of the fabric of the Browns and Cleveland for a long time to come. So, obviously you see here we've got the traditional, this will be our traditional home uniform, brown top, white pants. We're bringing back the striped socks, again, back to our tradition, back to our roots. In the back collar, we have a nod to 1946, obviously the year the Browns were founded, and we feel the stripes really embody who the Browns are. Now we'll go into our road uniforms. Again, traditional white on top, brown bottoms with the brown and orange striped socks. As you notice, the color rush pants are back. We also do have the option to wear the white pants, so we feel it's a nice combination. Now, as we get into the color rush, we had a lot of debate about what to do here. We wanted to do something different. Very clean, very fast, very just true to who we are. We own brown and orange. Actually, one of my favorite combinations. So excited to see this and have the guys put them on and get out there and get after it. I'll say this, our fans, you guys are truly undefeated. You are the best in the National Football League, period. I hope you guys like them. I think you will. They're back to who we are. We're doing some great things around the jersey launch during COVID-19 and the coronavirus. Obviously, a lot of the proceeds that we're going to, from the jersey sales, are going to go to those people that are helping and serving on the front lines. And so I want to thank them and, again, thank the fans. And we might have a little something else in store for you, so stay tuned. And thanks, and go Browns.
Just got my new jersey from the Browns. Excited to see what these new jerseys look like.
When I think of the Cleveland Browns, I feel like I think of these jerseys.
He's gonna keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
To throw, Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ.
So this is my space. I kind of had it transformed. I had knocked this wall out to kind of make more room and kind of look more open in the basement. And then I had the Starlight ceilings put in there. I kind of got that from the car. You'll see it was like the Rolls Royce. You'll see the Starlight ceiling in there. So that's where I got that from. And I got like the projector movie screen, just a big screen where I could just kind of feel like I'm at the movie theaters and just hang out, watch movies down here, and kind of just enjoy my time. When I was a little kid, I was like, I always wanted to be on NCAA and do the Road to Glory and everything and see myself on the game. But now that I'm on Madden, man, it's just a crazy feeling, crazy to see it. You kind of see the attributes that Madden rated you as, and so you want to do good in real life so you can have a good rating on Madden.
We're talking about Jarvis Landry and Denzel Ward. Gentlemen, we welcome you in. We appreciate you taking the time.
The event that we have going on is a Madden tournament to help proceeds toward COVID-19. Jarvis, he got Cleveland, so he got the first pick of Cleveland, so I respect that. I decided to pick the Houston Texans. Yes, sir.
2-1.
Yes, sir.
I need you to.
Yes, sir.
Come on.
This is game day, so this is just like game day when it comes to real life. So really, I'm just staying relaxed,
Get the playmakers the ball. Get the playmakers the ball.
That's a good play.
Get the playmakers the ball.
That's a good play.
Get them the ball.
I like that. I like
get him the ball.
That's a good play.
Playmaker. OBJ for the touchdown.
Look, it was no way we was going 2 possessions and 13 ain't touched the rock.
That's a
the hell out of
special
here.
teams, man. Come on, DJ.
Wow.
No,
Come on, DJ.
Ain't no way
Is that
this
just
dude
happened? Is
blocked
this real
the
life?
kick. But at the end of the day, I mean, it's the only way to do it. It's the only. GG's, man.
Just got my new jersey from the Browns. Excited to see what these new jerseys look like. And let's check it out. Brown box. This is the mystery box right here. These sweet, man. These crazy. These are crazy. These are definitely Warden approved right here. Definitely Warden approved.
Jersey alert.
Oh. Back to the good old days.
Heck yeah. It's too hard.
Let's go! They're saying we're going back to the hardworking, blue-collar, grind-and-pound squad of the past. The Browns probably going to win Super Bowl because of these jerseys.
Back to our roots. When I think of the Cleveland Browns, I feel like I think of these jerseys. They're simple, but they're clean. I think they're what Cleveland's about, and I'm excited to wear them this year.
No one is going anywhere for the draft.
I know there are teams that are worried about technological challenges.
So I'm just going to walk you through kind of what our plans are with the remote draft. It'll be a learning experience for all of us, I think.